The stars are out in full force at Madison Square Garden, and the energy is absolutely electric. Timothée Chalamet and Olympic gold medalist Suni Lee were spotted courtside as franchise icons and A-list celebrities packed the arena for Game 2 of the Knicks and Hawks playoff series. It is a star-studded showdown that has everyone talking.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Beyond the hardwood, the spotlight is turning toward the rapid rise of Timothée Chalamet. We are pulling back the curtain on the tragic details of his life that many fans never knew about. From his early childhood identity struggles to the personal losses and professional pressures that shaped the actor he is today. Big updates are also dropping for movie lovers everywhere, as the release date for the highly anticipated sports dramedy Marty Supreme is officially confirmed. Get ready to see Timothée Chalamet in his latest Oscar-nominated performance as we break down exactly when and where you can stream this massive title from the comfort of your own home. Finally, we have to talk about that viral moment where Timothée Chalamet made a bold Knicks in 4 prediction that blew up in his face after the Hawks dealt New York a brutal reality check. We are breaking down the collapse of the Knicks and how that courtside call turned into an internet roast. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. If you want to know what it feels like to be at the epicenter of the universe, you just had to be at Madison Square Garden for Game 2 of the Knicks and Hawks series. It wasn't just a basketball game. It was an absolute masterclass in star power. We're talking about a crowd that looked less like a standard sports audience and more like the guest list for the most exclusive party in New York City. Front and center, we had the usual suspects and some serious heavy hitters. Timothée Chalamet, Ben Stiller, and Christine Taylor were holding down the fort courtside, practically rubbing shoulders with Julianne Moore and tennis icon John McEnroe. And honestly, it's classic New York. You've got Hollywood royalty sitting mere feet away from the hardwood, soaking in that electric MSG atmosphere that honestly doesn't exist anywhere else in the league. Of course, no Knicks game is complete without Spike Lee. He was there in his iconic number 14 jersey, channeling his inner Pope Leo, clearly hoping for some divine intervention to swing the series in the Knicks' favor. The celebrity lineup didn't stop there either. Jimmy Fallon, Ray Romano, and hip-hop legends Fat Joe and Jadakiss were all in the mix, alongside Olympic gold medalist Suni Lee, who is quickly becoming the ultimate courtside staple. But the real magic for the purists had to be the homecoming of franchise legends. Seeing Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and Latrell Sprewell back in the building was a major throwback, reminding everyone exactly why they call this the world's most famous arena. With Jalen Brunson fighting to build a 2-0 cushion before the series heads down to Atlanta, the stakes were high, but the vibe was legendary. It makes you wonder, is there any other city that can turn a playoff game into a cultural phenomenon like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more courtside coverage. Sometimes, the show off the court is just as wild as the battle on it. Ever wondered if the golden boy of Hollywood, Timothée Chalamet, actually has a life as charmed as it looks on the red carpet? We see the nominations, the sold-out theaters, and the meteoric rise to stardom. But beneath that polished surface, there's a much more complex, and often painful, story. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the tragic, frustrating, and deeply human moments that have shaped one of cinema's biggest icons. First, can you picture Timothée as a professional soccer player? It sounds wild, but before he was lighting up the screen, that was the dream. Being French, he grew up with the sport, but he soon hit an immovable wall, his own physique. He just wasn't built for the professional league. It's a classic case of a door closing, leading him toward a career that eventually changed film history. But realizing you aren't enough for your childhood passion is a bitter pill to swallow for anyone. Then there's the weight of personal loss. During the isolating haze of the 2022 pandemic, Chalamet lost his beloved grandmother. He's spoken openly about how that grief felt like a total mental block, leaving him untethered. It's a testament to his process that he funneled that exact isolation into his role in Bones and All. but no amount of critical success can replace the person you lost. And it's not just grief that causes him headaches, it's the scrutiny. Remember that viral boat trip to Capri? People actually accused him of staging a PR stunt with Lily Rose Depp. His reaction? He was honestly embarrassed, not because of the romance, but because he thought he looked terrible in the photos. It's a sobering reminder that being a celebrity means your private, intimate moments are constantly judged, memed, and dissected by people who have no idea what your life is actually like. Perhaps most ironically, Chalamet has struggled with his own identity, born from splitting his childhood between the concrete jungle of Manhattan and a tiny, rural French village. He's admitted that this constant cultural whiplash led to a genuine identity crisis. While it clearly gave him the range to become a world-class actor, the internal cost of always feeling like you don't quite belong in either world is a heavy burden for any child to carry. Even his attempts to be honest have landed him in hot water, like his controversial comments on ballet and opera that drew fire from legends like Charlize Theron. Talk about an awkward family dinner, especially considering his mother and sister are dancers. Ultimately, Timothée Chalamet is more than just a face on a poster. He's someone who has navigated addiction, narratives on screen, and identity struggles in real life. If you found this look at the man behind the fame eye-opening, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Does the pressure of fame change how you view your favorite stars, or do you think they handle it better than we'd expect? Let us know in the comments. After all, it's always worth remembering that even the biggest stars are just human beings trying to find their footing. Ever wondered when you'll finally get to see Timothée Chalamet step into the ring? The hype around Marty Supreme has been reaching a fever pitch, and the wait is almost over. We finally have the confirmation on the OTT release date for this Oscar-nominated sporting drama that has everyone talking. It's not just a film, it's a masterclass in performance that's already fueling major award season buzz. If you're looking to catch Chalamet's latest transformation from the comfort of your living room, you'll want to mark your calendars, because the streaming launch is perfectly timed to keep the momentum of his career trajectory soaring. We've seen him dominate the big screen, but there's something uniquely intense about watching a project of this scale drop on digital platforms. It gives us all a front-row seat to the conversation. I want to hear from you, though. Do you think this performance will be the one that finally cements his status as the definitive actor of his generation? Drop a comment below, and let's get into it. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the biggest releases hitting your screens. Sometimes, the most interesting stories aren't just in the films we watch, but in the way we choose to watch them. We've all been there. The heat of the moment, the crowd is roaring, and you let a little bit of fanboy confidence slip out. But for Hollywood star Timothée Chalamet, that confidence just became an internet punchline. Sitting courtside at Madison Square Garden for Game 2 of the Knicks-Hawks series, Chalamet was caught on camera holding up 4 fingers, boldly declaring, /Knicks in 4 /. It was the kind of cocky, high-energy prediction that plays great on the big screen, but reality had a different plan. When the final buzzer sounded, the Knicks had collapsed, handing the Hawks a massive reality check and proving that, at least for now, that sweep just isn't happening. The internet, predictably, was ruthless. Fans wasted no time flooding social media, with one user quipping that Chalamet was never good at math, while others simply noted that his prediction aged like milk. It's a tough look, especially since he had the best seat in the house to watch his team crumble. The Knicks were actually cruising with a 12-point lead heading into the 4th, and even when they pushed their lead to 8 late in the game, they just couldn't close the door. Watching a 53-win regular season team struggle like this is exactly why we love the playoffs. Nothing is guaranteed. Jalen Brunson led the charge with 29 points, but his shooting efficiency was a glaring issue, hitting just 10 of his 26 attempts. Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart put in the work, but they were ultimately overshadowed by a stellar 32-point performance from CJ McCollum, who single-handedly flipped the script for Atlanta. Now the series is knotted at 1 apiece as it shifts to Atlanta. Is this just a minor speed bump for New York, or are the Hawks the real deal? Hit that like button and let me know in the comments. Are you backing the Knicks to bounce back, or was Chalamet's curse just the beginning of the end? Don't forget to subscribe for more updates, because in the NBA, pride usually comes right before the fall.